welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Yancy and this is the Miss Yancy Network. Oh my gosh, y'all. I made one of the biggest mistakes that you can make in starting your peppers, y'all. First of all, welcome you guys. Welcome to the channel. You already know what we do here. We love to garden. We love to cook. We love to eat. We love all things natural. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to the channel. So today I will be giving you guys an update on my peppers, which I started about 27 days ago. First, I want to give you guys an update on what's going on and also share with you one of the biggest mistakes I made that I do not want you to make when starting your seeds, especially starting your peppers, because y'all know peppers need all the time that it can get to grow. And I made one of the biggest rookie mistakes ever. But guess what, y'all? I had to do a woosah because gardening is all a learning curve. And yes, even though this is my second official year, or this is my third year, but second official year gardening, I'm still making mistakes and I'm sure I'm gonna make more mistakes. But I wanted to come on here and quickly let you guys know the mistakes that I made so you do not make the same mistake. I want you guys to learn from my mistake because it can be costly with your time.
One look and I breathe.
Y'all would not believe what I did, y'all. It's been 27 days and I have not remedied that mistake. I will be doing that in the next video with you guys, but I cannot wait to show you guys what the peppers are looking like. For the ones that are doing great, they're doing amazing. So this is like the entire germination process. This is gonna be a quick video to give you guys an update on my peppers and then also give you guys some tips and tricks on not making the same mistakes that I made and give you guys some tips and tricks on you also getting your peppers to this stage, okay? All right, y'all, come along, come along, come along. Let me show you guys the peppers and the disaster. All right, y'all. Here they are. These are the peppers that I started about 27 days ago with you guys. We did the seeds together. I showed you guys how to speed up the germination of your seed, and we started these peppers together. This is the update of what they look like. This is the hot pepper mix. As you can see, you know, the germination was really good. It germinated within 7 days, and this is the stage that it's at right now. I actually need to up pot them. You guys see these leaves here. When your peppers start to grow and you notice that the first leaves starts to get yellow, they're getting ready to fall off because the true set of leaves have arrived, which are these. These are the true leaves and these are the first set of leaves. They're actually gonna fall off. So do not worry if you see them changing colors and you're worried about that. I just wanted to put that out there because I know a lot of people worry about the peppers when they start to see it change colors. These are the hot peppers that I have in this tray. As you can see, their true leaves has arrived and they're slowly getting bigger, but I need to up pot them and put them in bigger pots. Here's the other set of peppers. As you can see, my peppers are sitting over here by this window in my dining room. It's a pretty big window. It gets a lot of sunlight. As you can see, it is midday here, so this is the type of sunlight that it gets. Unfortunately, I have a lot of trees, as you can see out there, so it's still kind of blocking the sun a little bit, but still have a good amount of sun coming on here on these plants. But because sometimes during the week, if it's very cloudy and I'm not getting a lot of sun, what I do is I have these studio light that I use to put over the peppers, and I have these ring lights as well that I use, which is what I use to film my videos, but I also use them as a grow light. So y'all use what you have. But yes, y'all, look at them. Remember, I put multiple seeds in each of these trays, so my plan is to actually separate all of them and put them in separate trays by themselves. I'm gonna up pot them and put them in like a bigger pot. Pretty much I'm gonna put these in those clear plastic cups that I showed you guys where I let my seed sit overnight to speed up the germination. I'm gonna put those in those clear plastic cups. So as you can see, there are multiples of them in here. If you have multiple peppers in each little trays like this, you want to make sure you're separating them and putting them in separate trays because the roots are going to start competing and they're going to start competing for nutrients, and then some of them may not survive. So if you want to use all of these peppers, just make sure that you are going to up pot them and put them in their own individual trays. And it is way beyond time for me to up pot these and take them out of here because they're getting really big. So this right here is the bell pepper. So these are all bell peppers, and then those are the hot pepper mix. And I'm not sure, you know, what's all in the hot pepper mix, but what I do know is that what what I grew last year with habaneros, jalapenos, cayenne, and a bunch of other hot peppers. So they're in here. We'll find out when it starts to grow. And then y'all, so I wanted to show you guys this because in the soil sometimes it might have like some random grass seeds. So if you guys see stuff like this pop up in your seed trays, gently remove it, because especially like this one, it have established like roots. So if they are next to like some of your plants, you want to gently remove them. Like this one, it wasn't next to any of my plants because the seeds over here in this tray right here did not germinate. So I was able to remove that, and it probably didn't germinate because this was there. This is more aggressive. So this is like a weed. So just, you know, go around and make sure you remove these. But here they are, y'all. So let's see which one this is. Another hot pepper mix. Yep, it is definitely time to up pot these. They're getting way too big for these trays. And then as you can see, some of the peppers haven't fully gotten there yet. Some of them are going to take their time, and I think it's all about the lighting. And remember, I don't have these sitting on any heat mat. I just have them up here in front of the window, and I have some studio lights on top of them. All right, so here's more bell peppers. As you can see, this one, it hasn't fully opened up yet, and it's crazy how this hasn't opened up yet. And these are the true leaves, so I'm probably gonna snip these off and get them off so that the plant can grow properly. I don't know why the seed stuck on here, but you'll see quite a few like that. It doesn't mean anything. You can remove the seeds yourself. Just be careful so you don't snip off the true leaves. More bell peppers, and they're doing pretty well. And this is 27 days, so imagine 27 days from now, they're going to be way larger, especially when I up pot them. And these are my small red bell pepper. Here you go. Here's another weed right here, and I'm just gonna remove that from over there. And then we have more bell peppers and more bell peppers. So this is the first level of my peppers, and y'all, I have a lot of work to do. Oh my gosh, y'all, I have to really sit down and try to separate all of this. This is gonna take like a whole day, and I will record that video for you guys because I want to show you guys how to separate your peppers to make sure that the roots, that you do not damage the roots. Because one of the biggest things about separating your peppers is making sure that you do not damage the roots. And that's just any plant. Make sure you do not mess with the roots too much, which is going to cause it more issues if you try to transplant them, or when you're up potting them, they may not grow if you mess with the roots too much. So I'll show you guys really good tips and tricks on how to separate your plant without messing with the roots. If you want to avoid all of the separating of the plants, I advise, especially if you're a new gardener, I advise you to just plant one seed in each cell tray. So that way, all you have to do is up pot it or transplant it, and you don't have to worry about separating them, which is another beast of its own. It is a lot of work. But hey y'all, I like the work. It's enjoyable. I like the relaxation of it. I put my show on, or I put some music on and just get to work. Let's continue on our little pepper tour. So now we're gonna go down to the bottom and see what's happening under here. So under here is where I have the rest of my peppers. As you can see, I have my peppers sitting on this table, and then under it, still a little bit of sunlight, you know, coming from the window down there, but it's not enough sunlight. So I have these shop lights that I attached to the table with zip tie and some twine, and I have it over peppers. Now what I'm noticing though is these peppers are not as tall as the ones that's up top, and I'm wondering if it's because the ones on top are actually getting real sunlight. Who knows? At least they're growing. So I think when I separate them, they're gonna be pretty fine. And then I have this other tray here, and all of these are bell peppers, so they're coming along very well. I think by May they are going to be a really decent size, because I'm actually going to transplant these outside after Mother's Day or during the week of Mother's Day. All right y'all, we're at the part of the video where I tell you guys about the biggest mistake that I made when starting my peppers. And I think you guys have already seen the non-existent peppers that did not germinate at all. I mean at all, and they're the main peppers that I really want. So this really sucks, because these are the peppers that I really want to grow and that need all the growing time that it can get. And I am so upset because I made such a silly mistake, but it is what it is. What can you do? The mistake has already been done, and now I have to tell you guys what I did so y'all don't do it. And as a matter of fact, I showed it to y'all in the last video what exactly that I did, so I'm redoing this video to let you guys know, do not do that, okay? Do not follow that step. But here we go. As you guys can see, here are the peppers that did not germinate. And there you have it, y'all. That is my habaneros. It did not germinate at all. And the reason why it did not germinate is because I showed you guys in the last video that I went to my freezer and I harvested the seeds out of the peppers that I took from my freezer. What I should have done was allow it to dry completely before doing the germination process, which was when I soaked the seeds in the water overnight and then planted them into the seed tray 24 hours later. You can do that for any of your seed once the seed is completely dry. So the mistake that I made was I did not allow the peppers to dry completely once I got it out of the freezer. Instead, I went ahead and put them in the water after I took them out of the freezer and let it stay overnight in some warm water and then planted it. That is a huge mistake because I overstimulated the seeds pretty much. The seed were already soft when I got them out of the freezer and they needed to dry. So pretty much what I did with that process was kill the seed, and that's the reason why it did not germinate, and that was 27 days ago, and now this is where we're at. Please guys, do not make that mistake. If you harvest your seeds from your plants, make sure that it is completely dried before you start the germination process again to try to grow some. Because y'all, I am so sad right now because y'all know hot peppers take a long time to grow, and now I am exactly where I did not want to be, which I was last year, which means I'm not going to harvest these peppers until fall of this year, because now I'm about to start the entire process again of trying to germinate those peppers and get it out into the garden in May. So sadly, that's the mistake I made, and I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys, do not do that. You can speed up the germination of any of your seeds like the way I showed you guys how to speed up your germination, but just make sure the seeds are completely dry. Do not harvest them right away from your plants and then go ahead and try to speed up the germination. It's not gonna work out. The seeds have to be completely dry. Okay, y'all, I hope y'all learned something today. Do not repeat my mistake. Do not think that you could just grab the seeds from inside your veggie and it's gonna grow right away. The seeds actually have to be completely dried. As you can see, my other peppers, the seeds were completely dried. That's why they germinated, because I've had those seeds, you know, sitting in that cupboard for over a year now, so they're completely dried. And it doesn't take long for seeds to dry overnight, or in a couple of days it should be completely dried. But yes, y'all, please don't do what I did. I still cannot believe I did this, y'all. Okay, when you grow your plants this year, I suggest to you guys that you harvest some of the seeds so you can use them next year, so you don't have to purchase them again. And then also, I think it's always best to reuse your seeds, because you're gonna have the best seeds possible because you grew your food the way you like to grow it. So if you grew your food organically, you know you have organic heirloom seeds. But yes, y'all, can you believe I've already made such a major mistake already? The season hasn't even really started yet and I'm already making mistakes, but it's a part of gardening. It is what it is, and I'm just gonna check it up too. I'm gonna do better next time. When I do start the seeds for my habanero again, I will film that video. Right now I have it going through the germination process. I'm doing the second germination process, which is I put the seeds inside a wet paper towel and I closed it up in a Ziploc bag, and I am going to allow it to germinate in the paper towel for about 7 days before I put it into the soil in the seed trays. So that way the germination would have already started, and then the first set of leaves should start growing like a couple of days after. Crossing fingers. You guys pray for me, pray for your girl. I'm so sad. I cannot believe I'm not gonna get those peppers until way later on in the fall, because I'm just now starting the seeds. But at least I know I'm gonna get a harvest, but I'm not gonna get as much as I want. Now the only thing that I am hoping though is I do have a habanero plant within the hot pepper seed mix that you guys see me start. So I should have a couple of habanero plants in there. The reason why I harvested those other seeds, the habanero seeds, from my freezer is because I want extra habanero plants so that I can be able to give them away, and I wanted to sell them as well. That's why I did that, but we'll see how that goes. I already know I will have some habanero plants because you guys already seen the hot peppers, so I know I'm gonna have some habaneros in there, but I just wanted additional habaneros so I could share them with other people. Oh well, it is what it is. But all right, y'all, on the next video that I will be filming, I'll be just showing you guys how to separate these peppers because they need to be separated, okay? I am going to separate them so that each of them can have their own individual cells. And then all of these two, I'm going to put them in the cups that I told you guys about, the clear cups. I'm going to put these in a clear cup so I can reuse these trays for my next set of seeds that I'm about to start, like my tomatoes and other things like that. So I'm super excited that I get to put these in the cups, so it's going to its next size, and then I don't have to purchase additional trays to actually start these seeds. And y'all, look at this tray right here, y'all. This is not even a seed starting tray. I got this tray from Home Depot. This is the tray that they actually have like the little cups sit in. The little cups sitting of their plants that they sell, and then once those little cups are gone, they get rid of this. And so, hey, guess what? I went and collected them. I think I'll show you guys what, how you can go and collect these for free at different department stores that have a garden center. That's about it, y'all. These are the peppers. They are doing very, very well. So things are looking good. Now I just have to get another one of this table so that I can start my other seeds. I am going to be starting the rest of my seed this week and next week, so we have a lot going on. Okay. Alrighty guys, that's about it. I just wanted to come and give you guys a quick update of what the peppers look like, the stage that they're in 27 days later. That is the growth that they have. The true leaves have started to grow and it's actually at an advanced stage. So super excited about that, and I'll give you guys another update after I film that video that I'm gonna tell you guys about. I'll give you guys like an update maybe every 2 weeks just to see the growth of the peppers. And I know you guys probably see that some of these peppers, they look dry on top. I water my peppers majority of the time from the bottom, so the bottom is always going to be good, like the roots. The most important part here is the roots being moisturized. Peppers do not like a lot of water. They do not like to be soggy. They're gonna die. They like the heat, they like the sun. That's the type of condition that peppers thrive in. I do water these plants because the seed starting soil tends to dry out pretty quickly, so I try to make sure that I at least water them every 3 to 4 days, just making sure that they are nicely moisturized on the bottom. You guys drop down in the comments and let me know what stage are your peppers in. Have you started your peppers yet? I hope you started your peppers. If you haven't started your peppers, don't forget you could go to my Etsy store and grab your peppers and watch that video that I made showing you guys how to speed up the germination so that you can get started on your peppers. Do not waste time, y'all, or else you're not gonna have a harvest till later on in the fall or the beginning of fall. Especially with the peppers. So let me know what seeds you guys have started below. Also let me know what stage your peppers are in if you did start them, and have you guys had any fails so far like me. And y'all, do not be discouraged when you do have fails. I know a lot of people, they're so discouraged whenever they have fails and stuff like that. It's a part of gardening. We're gonna have a lot of ups and downs. This is just the beginning of some of the failures that we're gonna have this year. Don't be discouraged. This is not the first or the last fail that we're gonna have. That's a part of gardening. There are just so many ups and downs, and this is the beginning stages of it. I'd rather make these mistakes right now rather than later on, but I'm sure there's a lot more mistakes to be made. Okay, so don't be discouraged, y'all. If this happens to y'all, don't be discouraged. I know it's not something to be happy about. It can be discouraging, but like I say, you can rectify the problem, and we're still early on. And all else fails, honestly, go grab a seedling from a nursery and plant that bad boy, grow it, and harvest the seeds for next year. Okay, there's always a way out of no way. But all right, y'all, grab your seeds from my Etsy store if you haven't grabbed your seeds yet. And of course, whatever you need to start your seeds, to grow your garden, all of the supplies and materials that you need, grab them on my Amazon affiliate store. All of those links are in the description of this video. Drop down in the comments if you have any advice, if you have any questions. Let's get the party popping in the comments. Alrighty, y'all, I love you guys so much. Thanks for being on here with me today. I'll catch you in the next video, and remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. Happy gardening. Love you guys. Bye, y'all.
And remember, y'all, if you're looking for organic heirloom seeds, go ahead in the description of this video and grab your pack of seeds in my Etsy store and get your garden popping. Bye, y'all. Happy gardening. Signature luxurious body butter is packed with all natural skin loving ingredients such as cocoa butter, coconut oil, shea butter, vitamin E oil, and baobab oil. Whipped to perfection, it is lightly made to be easily absorbed into the skin without clogging your pores. This body butter is free of parabens, sulfates, and synthetic fragrances. Your new bestie.